we have presented, or Linda presented Shaq with a boomerang that may well need some special customs clearance to get through into the United States and out of Australia. But what we've been doing is a part of what you'll see us doing over a considerable period of time. We want to build the broadest possible support, and we want to engage with people who can connect with young people in particular, but with all sections of our society. Shaq has that record of, particularly when it comes to bringing people together of different backgrounds, which is consistent with our approach to a constitutionally recognised voice to Parliament, and recognising that Australian history didn't begin in 1788. We should be proud of the fact that Australia is the land where we share our great continent and nation with the oldest continuous civilisation on Earth. And Shaq has agreed to do some vids and to have a chat about the importance of bringing people together. And that's really what the Voice to Parliament and constitutional recognition is about: lifting up our great country, providing a moment of which we can all be proud when Indigenous Australians are recognised in our Constitution, and where, by respecting Indigenous Australians and asking them for their views when matters affect them on education, housing, health and other issues, then we stand a much better chance of getting outcomes that are positive and closing the gap, which is something that we need to do. Finally, it is about how we see ourselves, but it's also about how Australia is seen in the world. Australia will be seen more positively when we demonstrate our maturity as a nation by having our birth certificate recognise our full history. Linda?
Thank you, Anthony. I'll just make two additional points. This forthcoming referendum is not a referendum that's owned by the government. It is a referendum for the Australian people, and we are very much seeing it that way. And as the Prime Minister said, it is about making everyone proud and filling that glaring omission in our birth certificate of recognising First Peoples. And finally, it will have two important roles: a voice to the Parliament. It will be about our birth certificate, and it will be about all Australians. But it will also be about practical things, about improving the life choices and chances of First Nations people, whether it be life expectancy, incarceration, housing, education, by asking First Nations people, which is an act of common decency and good manners, what the legislation and the laws that the Parliament is passing is looking at, and what the effects are going to be on First Nations people is very much what the voice will be about.